So until 1.0 comes out, we're going to be doing a bit of science just to test out some of the omens that people don't usually run and determine if they are trash because people don't run them, or if people don't run them so they don't know that they're actually great. So last time we tested out Omen of the Vulture, which causes corpses to decompose and give you resources, but the small amount of resources is truly small. This time around, I kind of want to try something built around Omen of Craftsmanship. So getting a lot of item producing buildings early. And then I think as part of that, Omen of Quality and Omen of Rarity are interesting, but I think we skip on those. And then I think we grab Omen of Housing so that we have more workers to play with. And then we want something else in the economy space. Omen of Bargains is kind of the opposite. Omen of Opportunities, I think, is what we want to go with. Get a few more rerolls, or an additional reroll. All heroes have one additional reroll for each level up. That's the wrong type of reroll. We want the item reroll, if we can find it. There we go. Omen of Pickiness. All right, let's try those out. And we're going to go with Lakeburg, and I'm not planning on making this too crazy, so we'll go Apocalypse 2. I don't need to be messing about with mist sensors, because the other thing that we're going to try and do, and let's take a look at the light side here, is finish off some of these. So I think we'll have one person that's using one-handed swords, one person that's using one-handed axes. One-handed hammers, we're almost there on. Two-handed swords and two-handed axes and spears, clearly I don't like very much. Crossbows and rifles and longbows. We can basically use everything but like our core set. So let's get on into the game and see what we can do with that. This will be interesting, to be sure. So let's see. We start out with a spear, a crossbow, and a power staff. The power staff is the only one of these that we immediately need to ditch. But let's get to know our cast of characters here. First up, we have Sarah, who is a prophet. I don't mind that. Agitated is fine, and fragile is fine. I would say this is a perfectly reasonable set of perks. And then we have an opportunism crit type of build that does have volatile. I like her as a hand crossbow character, but we're not going to be doing that. So I don't know. I don't know how we do builds when we're using weapons that are arguably bad. So we'll have to figure that out. But I like some type of opportunism build here. Maybe we go one-handed hammers with Sarah. One-handed hammers and axes. That could be an interesting try. Next up, we have Leo, who is a plague doctor, cerebral, and chubby. Chubby makes me a little nervous, but they're rocking defensive assassination, so normally I would go with like a wand type build here. With volatile, I wouldn't try and push poison. Have we really finished off all of our daggers? I'm surprised daggers have gotten fully used. Maybe we'll go like an isolation build. I haven't really tried that. So let's go for that. And then last but not least is Laurentia, who comes with Messenger, Snotty, and Steadfast, and is going to have a spear initially. You do have blood magic. You don't have vampirism. Does anybody else have vampirism? Sarah has vampirism. Didn't I change your name, Sarah? I said you were going to be opportunism, but let's see. You also could be our opportunist, like axe, one-handed hammer type of thing. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So let's switch this up. Let's make Laurentia our opportunist. And then that will leave Sarah to be like a blood magic heavy hitter, which we don't usually roll. Does she have bodybuilder? She does. Okay, so yeah, so she has all the fixins to be kind of a melee powerhouse. Maybe we can even go two-handed axe with her. That would be something. All right, I think we've done what we need to do. Hey, Evany, I rarely use rifles. We were actually looking this at the beginning. We'll look at it again when we get into the game. But yeah, rifles are certainly on the list of things that I don't like to use. To be sure. Let's see. Oh, whoopsie. Let's see, what's my play here? With 4 AP left, I think we take out this guy and we take out this guy. Oh, Twitch game is wrongly set. That makes sense. I know why that happened. The morning has been chaotic. Let me fix that. We had quite the run at Alina last stream, but I'm glad to hear that this almost covers the same space. And then let's see, we can't really do much here, so we'll armor up, and then you still have one, but that's okay. But yeah, we're trying to spend AP with weapons that we otherwise don't. That's our goal, I think. I like that. Alina's just more mobility oriented. I like that interpretation for sure. I don't know how I ever slept on power staffs as hard as I did. Power staffs are really good. For sure. Now, let's see. I have put you in a terrible position to be able to use your AP. All right, we're going to have to give... Our crossbow person is going to be lagging a little bit, so we'll have to work on that. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Now, did I see that you had 9 mana regen? We've used 5. I could use another 5 here. But I don't know that I even need to. Kind of feel like if I come over here, I can just... clean up some fools, and then... Oh, that was... Let us never speak of that one again. Whoopsie daisies. With 6 movement, I don't want to go too far here. Too far afield, that is. Just 36 to go. I think we're going to be just fine. Our crossbow person is going to have to take out that bat. May actually have a hard time doing it, too. Like, we can get to here, and we can... Well, we can get on the diagonal, so we could get to, like, here. But that's all you're going to do with your turn, then. Decisions. I'm gonna have to think on that one. There's a strong argument to be made for me utilizing that strength potion there. That would have been a good turn for it. Yeah, MRA. So the one of the cool things about... Oh man, and really you're gonna do me like that, game? All right, fair enough. One of the cool things about Lakeburg is that the ruins are pretty generous, all things considered. Can I still eke a shot through here? No. All right, so that bat is coming in, but we'll pick it up next time. And then no point in leaving this guy alive. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Lakeburg. It remains my favorite map. Not that I would ever pick favorites, but right, you can't pick like a favorite child or map for that matter, but it's a good one for sure. Can I get to you? Not really. Well, I could stunning entrance to you at least once. Okay. And then next turn we'll clean up the rabble. I'm super excited for the 1.0 release of the last spell MRA. It's coming soon, TM. Who knows when that will necessarily be, but it's been such a good game. I've been playing it forever, and it's just well put together. Yeah, so the short version is that there's only one map where you really start with some serious walls, and they added this is kind of the final map, so, or the most recently added map, although technically I guess that award goes to Elderlicht now, but same basic idea. So you're our opportunist, eh? I'm going to swap around some weapons, I think, here. So the isolation person is going to get the crossbow, the blood magic person is going to get the spear, and the opportunist is going to get that. Now let's do level ups. Blue damage. As an opportunist... Hold on, I need to look at what opportunism weapons we're going to be trying to utilize in our quest to make progress. It's going to be axe and hammer. Okay. So propagate doesn't do us any good. So these propagation bounces are not that interesting. We'll just take the blue opportunism. That's a pretty huge get. And I think honestly the damage is pretty insane as well. And then never going to turn down a harvester. Now you're going blood magic, which means we want melee damage. We have no interest in mana regen. I think a little bit of early movement is probably worth picking up. And a big physical damage increase is great. We can also pick up health. Now, harvester, not interesting for this character. I like quick reload here, and I like leapfrog here. I'm going to grab quick reload first. And then isolation over here. So we're talking high crit. We're talking crit. We're talking crit power. Tempted to roll this one, though. Yeah, let's get a big bump to isolation. And then reliability on isolated units is okay for this build. Okay, now, night rewards. Show me something that we don't normally take. The game is taunting me with this great axe. I really don't like it. This hand crossbow is beautiful, but we can't do it. Wow. We really We really struck out there pretty hard. These Devil Greaves are pretty bad. I think I'm going to go with the reinforced light armor. A bit of accuracy for you. That was a bit in the most minor of ways. Okay, what else can we pick up here? We could pick up a sword, which is one of our desired things. We could also pick up a wooden rifle. That could work well on an opportunist. Spending money on rifles feels bad, man. But let's hold off there. Let's do our standard build order, which is house expansion, 4 ruin salvage. And then we'll do a twofer. And now we'll take the rest of our money and we'll see what we can do. The answer is not much. I'm surprised Adept's Tome has gotten used. For now, I'm going to grab the Rusty Sword. I think it gives us a bit of flexibility. Gosh, do I use the two-handed sword for the time being too as well? That would go on our Opportunist, I think. Because this is going here. This is going here. Yeah, I think two-handed sword is going there. That's a weird one. So it depends on the map. For Lakeburg, it is... Let me count them out, because I always forget. I think it's 12 nights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 nights. So some maps are shorter and some maps are longer. And it is worth thinking about how the length of the map is going to influence your strategy. So let's see. With our remaining gold... I kind of want to get a gold mine up and running. What are the chances of that? At 60 gold, that's very unlikely. So we'll just go with this. Yeah, for sure, MRA. It's the last spell is the games are relatively long. I generally get through a 12-night run in 5 hours, usually a little less. But Elderlicht is 14 nights, and generally takes me a very, very long time to do. I'm just gonna save our materials because I think we're in good shape. Runners. You're not quite safe. I think we're fine though to let you head in there. Yeah, they are clearly very bored. and yet here they are. Well, that was about as bad a performance as you can have with one of those. Trying my darndest to utilize some of these weapons that I have so little respect and love for. Yeah, Evany, I generally agree with you. I think that they have a very delicate balance to strike between difficulty and just feeling arbitrarily punishing. That I think that's the generous way of describing what I think is the core problem that they face. Jeez, can't seem to hit the broadside of a barn. We need we didn't pick up the omen accuracy, which is always a mistake. But yeah, I do think Elderlicht is going to have some punishing, or excuse me, I think it is called Glintfine. Glintfine is going to be a hard one to stomach, potentially. Let's see, I think we'll move you to here. The breakpoints are killing me here a little bit. The reason I don't use Spear is just look at how incredibly expensive all of its attacks are. It's really tough. And now if I was being true to the cause, I would find a way to utilize this this two-hander rather than leaning on the very comfortable power staff. That was actually a misclick there, but all right, now I'm just wasting AP. Flushing good after bad, as it were. What are my chances to hit this thing? It's a 25% chance for a dodge there. You cannot undo attacks. So the design on the undo button in this game, I think, is one of the better implementations, but it follows the classic rule of anything that doesn't have RNG, an RNG component like a damage roll, you can undo, but anything else you can't. So, oops. So for instance, that movement I can undo. If I were to jump over this, I can undo it, but that you can't push that quite as far as undoing an action like this that has the potential to kill things and the potential to fail to kill things. Surprisingly low on mana here on our crossbow friend. Let's see, can you take a step back and can I... Oh, I'm one off. Ooh, can't quite get into position there for what I was hoping for. I'll just use a sword blast. And then we'll armor up because we went a little deep. Then let's see. We can momentum this one. Hey, AVD! So we don't have an official date, but they have hit us with the ever popular soon. So take that for what you will. I'm expecting we're not too far out, but the your guess is as good as mine. I think we can do that safely. And yeah, so in the meantime, we're experimenting with some omens that I have previously discounted as being not of great interest. You have Harvester, so I think we will continue down this path. Two months and 2 years? Yeah, I would say so. That sounds about right to me, if I'm going to be honest. The one that I always think of is the blizzard soon, which generally indicates something in the neighborhood of forever. And by forever I meant never, but it's the thought that counts. But yeah, they said soon about, I want to say a month ago, but probably a little less than a month ago, if I had to guess. Any chance we can proc your Harvester? 2 enemies to kill? Not anymore. Okay, mana's looking good though. Ooh, not bad. We got ourselves a corpse pile. Let's do our level ups. I think. Oh, your accuracy is already pretty good. Of all the people, and we're building you opportunism, so we'll search for a bit of opportunism briefly here. I'll take some XP gain just because I don't want to burn through all of my rolls here. Wow. All right. Well, that was a decent payday. And I'll take crit, even though the accuracy was pretty tempting as well. And then I like contamination for proccing our goodness, and then the problem with nimbleness is just how quickly it, if things start to go badly, things start to go very badly. I will take the accuracy here for sure, though. Now, I said you were blood magic, so we're going to want lots of physical damage. We'll probably be taking crit as well, excuse me. But blue movement is a nice pickup for sure. I'll take a blue crit power. And I'll take a physical damage. We haven't seen any big health upgrade offerings, but I'll grab bodybuilder. And then I think I like first blood here. I do. How does critical runes play with blood magic? Do you gain the full? That's something we could test out here. Once we get blood magic, let's see if critical runes procs at 100% or if you get nothing out of it. That'll be an interesting one to check. And then I like isolation and I like crit. I like additional action points too. Or off missing HP. That would be very interesting, AVD. I think we're going range damage. Hey, Willie, welcome. Big isolation numbers is the plan here. We want to get some damage so that we have that modifier stacking up. I think first blood is a great pickup. And then nimbleness, just because our movement on our crossbow person is very lackluster. Momentum, opportunism, reliability, That's probably not going to be something we grab. We might grab it just to sell. I will pick up this, though. And a steel axe we like a lot. I think I'm going to roll this, even though the longbow is interesting. A steel rifle with a boatload of isolation, I'll take that. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination. You are an opportunist, I think. I'm retiring the power staff very begrudgingly. And now there's our hammer with some opportunism on it. We do need to get a little bit of work with two-handers though, so I don't mind leaving the two-handed. But I mean, maybe it's time to... Nah, it's level 0. That feels pretty awful. Let's get our economy bumping a little more here. Now, we have one more house to build. We're going for a big cash infusion here. Because I think it is time... We don't really need gold mines, so I'm going to go production buildings here. I have not tried that one, Willie. At the moment, we're rolling craftsmanship so that I can build 2 additional production buildings, housing, and additional item reroll. But for context, for anyone who's kind of like tuning in, these are not... I would not recommend these. These are... we are strictly building these with the interest of trying to test out some less used or lesser used omens. But that one does sound like a good one. I don't remember seeing it when I was going through, but that's something I'll have to keep in mind. And now, oh, these weapons are truly terrible. So who's soloing? Of the 3 of you. The answer is none. I think I am gonna build warp gates, honestly. So that I can switch back and forth if problems arise. And then I think for now, our person who's going to be switching back and forth is going to be Leo. So I'll leave them over here with our blood mage and put you over here. And then probably now is a decent time to start investing in ballista. And then just a few walls to just protect the ballista slightly. Okay. Now, do I want to get this hammer going? Let me go back and look at the Oraculum really quickly. I will be hitting the reset button and starting over regardless, AVD, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did a wipe. So we're almost there on hammers. We're almost there on axes. We have a long way to go on two-handed swords, a hugely long way to go on great axes and spears. My plan is to put a great axe there, and we're almost there on rifles. So I think what I'm going to do... They aren't. They've said they're not doing another wipe, Noe. That's great intel if that's what they've said. Yeah, I mean, I'll be doing another wipe either way because it gives me more content. We may, if there's no wipe, we may initially do Glintfine just to see what it's all about, and then we'll hit the reset button. I really like this gladiator armor. Let me grab that for our opportunist. And then 10's not going to buy us anything of interest. All right, cool. Let's see how we do on night number 3.